Hey there.
Hey
how
there,
are you
doing?
Oh, just
Oh,
fine,
just fine,
thanks.
thanks.
Listen, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Sure.
About what?
About what?
About the course
About the
Cultural
cultural
History of the
United
United
States.
States.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
That's a great class.
class.
I took it
I
last
took it
year.
last year.
And you really
Oh, you
enjoyed
really
it?
enjoyed
I
it?
did.
Did.
I took it with
I took
Dr.
it
Abbott.
with
I
Dr.
really
Abbott.
enjoyed
I
his
really
course.
enjoyed his
I'm
course.
glad.
I'm glad.
Listen,
Listen,
I saw that
saw
two
the
different
two different
professors are teaching the course
next quarter,
and I was
and I was
wondering if you
wondering
could
if you could
recommend one of them.
them.
It sounds like you enjoyed Dr. Abbott's course and would recommend him.
I did enjoy
I
Dr.
did
Abbott's
enjoy
class,
Dr. Abbott's class,
but,
but,
well, it's not for everyone.
What do you mean that it's not for everyone?
Oh, I really enjoyed it, but not everyone did.
Why not?
Why not?
In Dr. Abbott's course, we didn't need to memorize a lot of details.
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
And there was a lot of interesting discussion.
That sounds good too. Why were some of the students unhappy with the course?
It was the exams. The exams were all essay exams. Some people didn't like that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't like that either. By the way, do you know anything about the other professor who teaches the same course, Dr. Becker? Do you know anything about Dr. Becker's course? Is it just like Dr. Abbott's course?
I've heard it's really different. Dr. Becker's a lot more concerned about details. She really concentrates on the details.
Do you know what her exams are like? Are they essay exams like Dr. Abbot's?
I've heard that her exams are all multiple choice. There aren't any essays.
That part of it sounds good to me, but memorizing a lot of details doesn't. The lively discussion in Dr. Abbott's course also sounds good, but the essay exams don't. I've got to think about this some more before I make a decision. But thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help. Thanks for your help. Dr. Becker's course, Dr. Becker. マジハイがうざい。マジでハイが多すぎるから、この今。それは汚いからな。Dr. Becker's course, oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. はい、嫌いです。
Are you enjoying Professor Taylor's class?
Not exactly.
Why not? Why don't you like it?
Why don't you like it?
Well, I get bored in class. It's a 2-hour class twice a week. And usually within 15 minutes of the start of the class, I'm nodding off. And it's really hard for me to keep my head up and try to keep my eyes open for the next 2 hours. One of these days, I'm going to fall asleep outright and start snoring out loud right in the middle of class.
Well, maybe you need to get involved in the class. If you're involved in the class, you can't possibly fall asleep.
But how do I do that?
Let me think about it. Let's see. How many students are in your class?
It's a big class. There are about 60 students in a large classroom.
Where do you sit?
I sit in the back because I always start falling asleep.
Well, sit in the front of the classroom. Sit right up in the front. It's too easy to let your mind wander when you're in the back of the classroom. And you need to be involved in the class. So you should sit right up at the front of the classroom, close to the professor.
Okay. I can try sitting in the front and hope that I don't fall asleep right under the professor's nose. Now, do you have anything else to suggest?
Well, does the professor just lecture, or does he talk with the students? Ask the students questions, or answer questions from the students?
He lectures mostly, but sometimes he asks questions, and he'll always answer questions if the students ask.
Do you ever answer any questions the professor asks?
No, I can't, because I'm usually sitting in the back of the room.
Well, then sit in the front and answer questions the professor asks. Now, have you ever asked the professor a question in class?
No.
Not ever?
No, not ever.
Well, ask questions. Sit in the front of the classroom and ask questions. No wonder you're not involved in the class. You can take steps to get yourself involved in the class, and then you just might begin to enjoy it a whole lot. Today we're going to be talking about the bank holiday of 1933. A holiday. A bank holiday. Sounds like a nice thing, doesn't it? But it really wasn't. It occurred when the U.S. banking system was in serious trouble in 1933. But somehow this situation became known as a holiday rather than as a disaster. Let's talk about what led up to the bank holiday of 1933. In the 1920s, banking in the United States hadn't been very stable, and it wasn't unusual for banks to fail. Then, after the stock market crashed in 1929, the problem with banks became much worse. By 1933, more than half the states had closed banks. The solution to this problem was when President Roosevelt called a bank holiday. This bank holiday meant that all banks were closed for a period of days while the federal government worked to reorganize the banking system. One of the bills passed by the government at the time was Federal Deposit Insurance, which means that any money deposited in U.S. banks would be insured by the federal government. Since the time of the bank holiday, the situation has improved considerably. The number of banks that fail has decreased sharply, and the number of people to lose money by depositing it in a federally insured account has remained at zero.
The solution of this problem was the famed president called a bank holiday. This bank holiday meant that all banks were closed for a period of days, while the federal government worked to reorganize the banking system. One of the bills passed by the government at the time was Federal Deposit Insurance, which means that any money deposited in United States bank would be insured by the federal government. Let's talk about what led up. Then after the stock market crashed in 1929, the problem with bonds became much worse. By 1933, more than half the states had closed banks. One of the bills passed by the government at the time was Federal Deposit Insurance. Which means that any money deposited in the United States bank would be insured by the federal government. Since the time of the bank holiday, the situation has improved considerably. The number of banks that fail has decreased sharply, and the number of people to lose money by depositing in. Okay.